there, it's Rachel from scrappinandhappy.blogspot.com with another Let's Get Crafty video. I am going to be making a Christmas card. This is day number 4 of my Christmas card series, and we're going to get started. Thanks for joining me, and let's get crafty. So for today's project, we are going to once again be using the Recollections Christmas card set. This is a great box, comes with the envelopes and Christmas colored cards, 50 different cards with corresponding envelopes. I got this for 50% off at Michael's, and it just is making the process go so much easier. So here's my card here, and what I did is I just used my Fisker's cutter and I just trimmed off a little bit here so that I could go ahead and then begin using my border punch. Now you want to be really careful when you're doing this so that they line up, because otherwise it's going to impact the card. So there, I've gone ahead and used the apron lace and just punch that. So now for the next step here, just to continue on with that paper that I used from my last card video with all the stripes, I thought this would look really pretty along the edge here like this. So what I'm going to do is then just take some adhesive. My desk is getting to be a disaster from all the cards I'm making. I'm on a real mission to get ready for the craft fair that I'm going to be participating in on November the 20th, so which is coming up really quick, and there we go. So we're just trimming that off like that, and then that just does that. Now if I didn't trim as much off, this would be, you'd see this here, but unfortunately I did do a little bit of that. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is use this Sizzix Basic Gray Christmas embossing folder. It's this plaid design on the front of the card, just so that it gives a little bit more texture. Now I noticed once I did the embossing texture, it adds a lot of dimension, but I just find that it needs a little bit more of something to stand out. So what I'm going to do is use my makeup sponge and this warm green fluid ink box, and I'm just going to go along the edges, and I'm just going to ink the edges just so that it has some more dimension. It just makes it stand out a little bit more. Okay, so there we go like that, and then the next step is to take one of these scallops. Again, this is cut out from the Forever Young cartridge. It's the second to last button on the very bottom row when you press shift lock, and I've used Design Studio to get it according to its shape that I want, and it's 2.861 for width and 2.874 for height, and I'm just going to put that in the center like that. So again, I'm going to use some, I'm just trying to think if I want it pop dotted. No, I don't think I want it pop dotted, so I'm just going to use, oops, my Glue Glider Pro here, and I'm just going to stick it down like that, just so that it's in the center there. Okay, now I think I'm going to actually corner around the edges. Just finishes it off a little bit more. Okay, And then I have these holiday cheer stickers that have been in my stash for quite a while. They're beautiful glittered poinsettias, And so I'm going to use those. Oh, there's 2 sheets. I only thought there was 1. So I'm going to use those in my card today. And what I thought is I would just put that poinsettia. I'm almost thinking it could be like this, but on the center. Like that. And now it's just time to decide where our sentiment's gonna go and which sentiment to use. So I had some difficulties coming up with a sentiment for the card. So what I went ahead and did is I tried different things. I had this here, but then this was throwing off the whole design because it was empty down here and something needed to be there. So what I decided to do is just take a Studio G stamp, stamp Merry Christmas onto some white cardstock, and I just am trimming it down so that it's going to fit at the bottom left-hand corner of my card. And then I'm pop dotting it up with some dimensional tape. I'm putting that down there like so. Now I'm still thinking that they need something at the top. So what I'm thinking of is doing this wishing you joy, putting it at the angle, but I just still don't think that that's enough. So I'm just looking for some rhinestones, and I might put that there at the top. I'll come back and show you what I finally decided. So I went ahead and found this bling that I bought from Michael's, and I'm just putting 3 of them up at the top here. So I'm just going to 1, 2, 3. Now, because this is going to be a set and I sort of want them to be matching, I'm going to use this lime green for the next 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. So there's the 2 contrasting cards. One with the little 3 bling at the top, and the other one here with the 3 green. So here is a fairly simple Christmas card, and thank you so much for joining me of this episode of Let's Get Crafty, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.